Hi everyone, happy Friday. I'm super excited making this video. Starting off this week, I will be making videos to go over the good, bad, and ugly email, sort of like Kevin does with the wins email every week. So I'm just gonna go through the good, bad, and ugly from this week, kind of dive in a little bit. And if y'all could follow along, read along the email, we'll go ahead and get started. So let me share my screen. Okay, there we go. All right, let's zoom in. Okay, so this week we ended up with 29 reviews total. I'm actually still getting some in as I'm making this video, but we're gonna say 29. And out of these, 26 were positive and only 3 were negative. So not too bad, not too shabby. I did include the Sochi breakdown. They seem to always be a little bit behind with their numbers. So right now they're showing that we have 21 total reviews and 17 positive and one neutral and 3 negative. But that is not what I have written down. So I think they're just trying to catch up. But anyways, that's still pretty good for this week. And as you'll see, the 3 negative reviews we did get are interesting. They're not necessarily they're special circumstances. So we'll get into it. So I like to always end on a positive note. So let's go ahead and start with the bad and the good, bad, and ugly, or the neutral. So we did have one of those 3-star review only by Mr. Wayne Rich. And he said, Weedman applies the fertilizer and weed control chemicals on a set schedule. There have been times they did not show up as scheduled. They call the day before to let you know the scheduled day and morning or night. They report if they find pests and offer control at a high price. They offer aeration and do a good job. It is a little higher than average. The weather will postpone their services. They did better this year. They didn't. We were going to discharge them for another service. Okay, so the main issue in this review seems to be missing appointments or text skipping the lawn. And also he mentioned twice higher prices. I did reply back to him and I haven't gotten a reply back yet. And I also looked at his account and I have not seen where he's called in or raised any concerns since September. So I believe this customer just has a lot to say and wants to vent. But I did go ahead and go in his account and notate to make sure that we are hitting his lawn every single time. We're not, missing anything. So we don't have reviews like this come up. The pricing we know is touchy for some customers. It is what it is. So that can't really be, controlled. But it is a good reminder that we need to work on resolving any routing issues when we see them, just so it's not leaving a bad taste in our customers' mouths and, reviews like this aren't popping up. Okay, so for the ugly or the actual negative reviews that were 1 to 2 stars, the first one we have is from Mr. Majgan Shamar, and he said, "This is a company that takes advantage of clients. First, they approach you with a very low payment. Then they keep charging you for the things we did not ask. Finally, we told them we do not need their services. And again, they send us an invoice for $51 for a service we never asked, and we already informed them we do not need their services. They keep sending us letters requesting for payments and then sending it for collection with American Profit Recovery. This company is not a reliable and trustworthy company, and I want every client to know before they'll approach by them." So I looked at this account and once again, we've reached out, haven't heard anything yet. I know that Dylan's working on a resolution. That's not been updated in the bad review audit yet. So make sure that we're on that whenever we see him come in. But I did look at this account and I saw where this customer was placed on hold in August of 2020 and then was placed in collections on 10/25 by Stella. And I did see on the 12th where this customer called in and paid the full balance. So the account is in good standing. They are canceled still. But I think that this review, I can always look back and see who I sent reviews to. I didn't send a review link to this customer. So it seems like this is just an organic review from someone who said because they were in collections. That's unfortunate. People like to post online whenever they feel like they're in the wrong. So that's unfortunate. But I also think a large part of this is just not realistic expectations, or the customer just doesn't understand how continuous service works. Like he mentions, again, they sent us an invoice for a service we never asked for. They keep sending someone out. So I'm not sure if they understand, that we are continuous service. Could this have prevented this review if we had, spoke to this customer and explained these things? Maybe. Also, I think that just the large part of it is the collections, and that is unfortunate. But like I said, Dylan, it will be reaching out to this customer. As of today, there is no set resolution, but next week I'll be following up again to see what's going on. Okay, this review, very interesting. If you look at the username, not sure what that's supposed to mean. This person, OT McPhilterson, says, I was a customer from 2018. They say they'll fix the problem, sell you a line, you're a valued customer. Just finally canceled my account. Absolutely not the same company anymore. Do not use them. Less than 1 star. Almost 5 years later, and I'm still battling weeds myself. Save the money, they aren't worth it. So this review is a little confusing. I'm not sure how accurate it is when he says that he finally canceled his account after 5 years and he's still battling the weeds. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that, but since this is posted under a random username, it's impossible to find out who wrote this. So I sent an email to him. I have not gotten anything back. I did try to report it as spam just due to the username, but it looks like Google is going to keep that up. So to be continued with this customer. So we will see. This next review, really, to be honest, just it sent me straight to the moon. Like, okay, Rosalind Lord posted on the Swanee Facebook page, horrible service, never responds to calls about problems, no accountable management. Okay, so I looked this customer up in WIMS, could not find them. I was going crazy trying to find this person. I did a little Facebook FBI investigation, and I found out that this woman is the mother of a customer we have who posted some bad reviews in the past, one that was posted last week. I don't think I featured that in the email last week, but it's an ongoing saga with these customers, Christina and Jonathan Gadd, I believe their name is. So I know that Dylan met up with them on Tuesday, and he was told that after seeding and putting down hay, they are pleased with the effort. And he did speak with both of them, and they said upon good results, they will be willing to change or remove the review. But until then, it will stay. So this review from Rosalind Lord was posted on Sunday when Dylan had made the arrangements to meet up with the Gadds on Tuesday. So just sum this up, Mrs. Gadd, the original upset customer, asked her mother, Rosalind Lord, who is not a customer, to leave a bad review to hurt our rating. Honestly, this is just petty to me. Like it's kind of dumb, but hopefully next week Dylan's planning on reaching out continuously to see if they can get that removed. They'll remove that review. So I did post Miss Lord's review in the account as well, and so everyone knows that they're connected. So hopefully if that first one is removed, so will this one. Once again, it's not really it was not a customer of ours. It's just grievances from another customer that unfortunately just escalated. Okay, but on a happier note, here are the best of the good reviews. So Mr. Ike I posted on Yelp, our lawn has gone from brown with excess weeds to green and plush thanks to Weed Man. Even a dead patched area has been restored. It's best to leave the expert lawn care to the grass experts. Choose Weed Man for an affordable and dependable lawn care service. You won't regret it. Amen. Ike. He actually posted this twice, once on Yelp and Google. It was really cool of him. Love that review. Another one, I picked this one because it was sort of on the tree and shrub side, which I don't really tend to see a lot on here. Gypsy Chicks Atlanta posted, I have bushes treated on my property that were dying and not looking very well. And they came in and treated it for about 3 treatments. And now they look bushy and green and beautiful, and all the spiders are gone. Thanks so much. And Marty was a big help. So shout out to Marty. That was awesome. I'm glad that it only took 3 treatments. Usually, we say, be patient with us. It takes time, but it is nice whenever our products do work that fast and people notice it. And then the last one I have on here from Miss Susan Torrell, she posted, I changed to Weed Man last year after having used several other services. Weed Man has been quick to respond to any questions that I've had. They offer good recommendations if there's a need for additional services, and they provide a detailed invoice when a service is completed. So I chose to feature the reviews above because they all mention that we are dependable, quick to respond, and that our products were effective in a short amount of time. So when I looked at all of these together, it really became apparent to me that whenever we have ops and comms working together, we're all on the same page. Something magical happens, people notice, and everything is smooth. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing some of these reviews updated in the spring whenever we have the lawns are greened up. Because I'm sure that if it's looking good now in the dead of winter, it's only going to get better from here. Okay, and now on to the review mentions. So this week we had Marty, who was mentioned in the review above. It's a great job there. And Ashley Williamson was mentioned twice this week. So we have her taking up a big chunk of this pie chart, followed by Marty, comms coming in third, ops fourth, and then no names or star review onlys in the lead. That just tends to be the norm. It's easier just to post a star, move on with your day than sit down and write a whole note out or a comment. So that's encouraging that we were better this week with employees mentioned in reviews. I still think that we have a lot to improve on there. I would still like to see more names. We're still doing the $20 if your name is mentioned in a review. It's free real estate. Like, just ask, and you never know. You can make a good amount of money doing that, and it helps us out so much. So great job, but I want to see double that next week. And then so far for 2022, sort of the same. We still have no name reviews taking up half of all review mentions. But then we have ops following that, and they're steadily rising up, as well as comms. So I'd still like to see some more employees named in there besides just general, praise for ops and comms, which is great, but I'd like to see more names in the mix there. Okay, and then finally, here's our weekly collage. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit here. I tried to post or feature some of the lawns that were in dormancy because everyone wants to see beautiful green lawns. Like this one in the middle, I believe, was from I think Anthony sent that in. I could be wrong. In Jacksonville, so it's a little different than it is right now in Georgia. But all of these lawns, even though they are not necessarily green, you can tell that they are looking good. They've been mowed, they've been maintained, and like this one right here, I know for a fact in spring that is going to be the best lawn in the neighborhood. Like, it looks so clean, it looks awesome. So take a look at those. And I did want to shout out to all the branch managers. I got so many great photos this week, And thanks to that, I was able to upload about 15 or so to our Google page, which helps us out a ton. Not only does it, help us cover up any negative pictures, it also alerts our customers so they are drawn to our review page. So all in all, a great thing. And I was able to post a lot this week. So thank you all for that. And that is about it for this week. I hope y'all enjoyed this new version of the email. This is my first time making one of these, so I would love any suggestions, comments, any feedback you have about how I can make this more interesting or more informative. Hopefully, as I get better at this, I will be able to edit in some, I don't know, some sound effects or backgrounds. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed this. I thank you all for reading and following along. And I hope you have an awesome weekend. I will see you again next week for that edition of Good, Bad, and Ugly. And thank you all so much. Bye.